Ever wondered how a tiny shot can protect you from severe diseases? Welcome back to Science Simplified. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on vaccines, those little miracles of science that have saved countless lives and continue to shield us from the onslaught of infectious diseases. In a world where we've come to rely on these medical marvels more than ever, understanding how they work is not only fascinating, but also crucial. Vaccines are the unsung heroes of public health, working behind the scenes to prevent the spread of illnesses that once ravaged populations. They're like our body's personal trainers, whipping our immune system into shape to fight off invaders. But how do they do it? How does something so small pack such a powerful punch? So what are vaccines? Let's dive deeper. Simply put, vaccines are our body's trainers, preparing us to fight off the harmful invaders. They are, in essence, biological blueprints that instruct our immune system on how to recognize and combat specific pathogens, such as viruses or bacteria. Imagine your immune system as an army. Now, this army is extremely efficient and capable, but it needs to know its enemy to fight effectively. That's where vaccines come in. They provide our immune system with the necessary training and information to identify the enemy, the disease-causing pathogens, and to fight them off. In this way, vaccines are essentially a rehearsal for the immune system, allowing it to practice its defense strategies in a safe environment. This practice enables our immune system to respond quickly and effectively when it encounters the real pathogen. But to fully understand vaccines, we first need to understand our immune system. Our immune system is like a well-trained army, always ready to protect us from harmful germs. It's a complex network of cells and proteins that defend our body against infection. Imagine it as a super team, each member playing a specific role, but all working in unison. The main players in this team are white blood cells, which can be thought of as the soldiers. They're produced in our bone marrow and patrol our body, looking for invaders. There are two types of white blood cells, lymphocytes and phagocytes. Lymphocytes, including B and T cells, help our body remember previous attackers and recognize them if they return. Phagocytes, on the other hand, absorb and neutralize harmful invaders. Then there are antibodies, the weapons our body uses to fight off pathogens. These are produced by B cells in response to an infection and are specific to the pathogen causing the infection. Now, let's talk about the most crucial part of any vaccine, the antigen. Think of an antigen as a mugshot of a dangerous pathogen that our immune system learns to recognize. It's the key player in our body's immune response. When a pathogen invades our bodies, it's the antigens on its surface that our immune cells detect and respond to. Antigens are like the unique fingerprints of a pathogen, telling our body exactly who the culprit is. And just like fingerprints, every pathogen has different antigens. This variety is why our immune system can protect us from so many different types of infections. But what happens when we encounter a new pathogen, one our immune system has never seen before? That's where vaccines come in. By introducing a harmless or weakened form of the antigen into our bodies, vaccines give our immune system a head start. They provide a first look at the mugshot before the real culprit shows up. So, how does our immune system respond when we receive a vaccine? When we get a vaccine, it's like our immune system is getting a practice run at fighting off a specific pathogen. Instead of waiting for a potentially harmful encounter with a dangerous virus or bacteria, vaccines give our immune system a head start by introducing a harmless or weakened version of the pathogen. This version is known as the antigen, a sort of mugshot of the pathogen that our immune system can learn to recognize and remember. Now, when the immune system encounters this antigen, it doesn't know that it's from a harmless version of the pathogen. So it reacts as though it's under attack, deploying its defense mechanisms. One of these mechanisms is the production of proteins called antibodies, which are specifically designed to target the antigen. Imagine antibodies as soldiers specifically trained to fight a particular enemy. So, when the real pathogen enters our body, these antibodies are ready to spring into action, neutralizing the pathogen before it can cause illness. This process of producing antibodies and other immune responses can take several days. But the good news is, once our immune system has responded to a particular antigen, it doesn't forget. It creates a sort of memory of the pathogen and how to fight it. This brings us to one of the most fascinating aspects of our immune system, its ability to remember past encounters. This memory is stored in special cells known as memory cells. These cells remember the specific antigens and the antibodies needed to fight them. So, if the same pathogen tries to invade our body again, our immune system can spring into action much faster. It already knows the enemy and how to defeat it. This quick response often prevents us from getting sick, or at least reduces the severity of the illness. But our immune system doesn't just fight off the invader, it also remembers it for future encounters. This is the fundamental principle behind vaccines, training our immune system to recognize and fight off pathogens effectively and efficiently. Our immune system is not just strong, it's smart too. It creates memory cells. Now, what are these memory cells? Well, they're a bit like the immune system's personal record keepers. They hang around long after an infection has passed or a vaccine has been administered. Their job? To remember the specific pathogens that your body has encountered. Here's where it gets interesting. When a pathogen tries to invade your body again, these memory cells spring into action. They recognize the intruder from their records and trigger a rapid and targeted response. This means that your body can fight off the infection much quicker than the first time around. In the context of vaccines, memory cells are particularly crucial. They're formed when you get vaccinated and are ready to respond if you encounter the real pathogen. Essentially, they help your immune system to be proactive rather than reactive. But why do we need everyone to get vaccinated? Vaccination isn't just about individual protection, it's about community protection. This concept is known as herd immunity. Now, what exactly is herd immunity? In a nutshell, it's a form of immunity that occurs when a significant portion of a population becomes immune to an infectious disease, providing a measure of protection for individuals who are not immune. So how does this work? Well, when a high percentage of the community is immune, it's harder for the disease to spread because there are fewer people who can be infected. This is especially important for those who cannot get vaccinated, such as newborns or those with certain health conditions. Herd immunity thereby acts as a protective wall, slowing or even stopping the spread of the disease. This is why widespread vaccination is so essential. So vaccines are indeed a powerful tool in the fight against infectious diseases. In a nutshell, vaccines are our immune system's best friend, preparing it to fight off harmful pathogens. They are the unsung heroes in our body's ongoing battle against disease, working quietly in the background to keep us healthy. To recap what we've explored today, vaccines are biological products designed to trigger our immune system. They contain harmless or weakened forms of antigens, which are pieces of the pathogen that our immune system can recognize. Upon encountering these antigens, our immune system springs into action. It creates specific antibodies to target the antigens, marking the beginning of an immune response. But the brilliance of our immune system doesn't stop there. It also forms memory cells, the guardians of our health that remember the pathogen's antigens. This means that if we ever come across the real, dangerous pathogen, our immune system is ready and equipped to respond swiftly and effectively. Moreover, vaccines are not just about individual protection, they are about community care. When a significant portion of the population is vaccinated, it creates a protective shield known as herd immunity. This makes it difficult for the pathogen to spread, safeguarding those who, for various reasons, cannot receive the vaccine themselves. In essence, vaccines are a testament to the power of science and our understanding of the human body. They exemplify how we can harness our body's natural defenses to combat disease, highlighting the ingenuity and innovation that defines the field of medicine. So there you have it, a journey into the fascinating world of vaccines and how they work to keep us safe. We hope you found this exploration as intriguing as we did. Remember, knowledge is power. The more we understand about the intricacies of our bodies, the better equipped we are to make informed decisions about our health. Stay curious, keep learning, and until our next video, goodbye and take care.